Hello, hello. I
Hi.
am Chantele Francis, and this is my co-host.
Hi, I'm Michael Pez.
We're with Reality Realness with 3 S's, and we are here to discuss what happened at the finale of All Stars, because we haven't chatted about that yet,
We have
as
not.
well as do a draft pick for the new season 11 of regular RuPaul's Drag Race. Boom, boom, 11. Power number. So yeah, what did you think about that finale?
Okay. I'm glad it's over. I'm glad the season's over. The season was good. I felt it very anticlimactic. I felt it was like everyone's like, oh, like it's Trinity's to win, and everyone's like, but like Monet and Monique are so good, like, and like sometimes likability comes into effect. I like Trinity, but she can come off very like brash, and I was like rooting for Monet in the end, but at the end I was just like, this is just a clusterfuck. This is
100% agreed. Like, I found, like, for myself that the way that I like the queens to come out and shine and, like, I'm wowed by, I never really got that many wow moments. I got some with Manila Luzon beforehand. Like, she did a few things and I was like, wow, like, that's amazing. And I guess maybe just like the system of how All Stars works, I think the system might be broken, that they're allowed to use their own agenda with taking out the queens, because it becomes less about how well people do, other than the fact that they get to have the power to, you know, to like lip sync for their legacy. So I get that aspect of it, but you know, if they want to win, obviously you're going to want to take out your major your competitors, and that's part of the game, the strategy of All Stars in general. But I think then it took out what you're saying, some of the wow factors and the competitive factors, where people like have to step up and do things better than the next person, because like, you know, they're going to get eliminated by Rue, and that's a sing to stay. And so I think that from my perspective, that the model is a little bit broken in that sense, because I would rather the queens really be pushing against each other to do better, rather than doing pretty good and then taking out their competition. You know what I mean?
yeah, no, I agree. Like I mean,
Um,
like when we watched All Stars 2, we were happy with Alaska winning. And then
yeah,
when we were watching All Stars 3, we were like, a lot of people were, there was a big, huge, like, back and forth whether or not Trixie or Shangela should have won. Like, I do love Trixie Mattel. I think she's fucking hilarious. She's like one of the funniest queens that I can, she makes me laugh out loud. Shangela, I think that she's one of the most talented people in the whole wide world. So the fact that we're still talking about it, great. Season 4, though,
I just had to think for a second, like, who's season 4? Oh, well, that's a problem. And yeah, with the actual how they did the winning, so like I know that they record both reactions of both queens winning, so it's not revealed until it's actually revealed in the show. So that was great. And thanks for sending me. There was Mike sent me this video of both Monet and Trinity watching the finale, and I thought it was a spoof. I thought they knew it was a spoof.
no, wait. So what they do, so go back on YouTube and watch all of the reactions from Sharon Needles to Jinx to Bianca. They all don't know that they win until they watch the show.
Right.
So if you go back, they have all of them in one video of like of all the reactions. And like Bob cries.
Aww.
And like my favorite I think is the Sasha Velour one, where she's just in shock. You know, and then there's some that like you should see the other, but they're sitting with like Pearl, Violet Chachki, and Ginger Minch. They're all sitting together. So watch their reactions too. Like it's
So I guess that it took away with the spoiler alert, they both won. Wah, wah. Because like you want the reactions, like I fought for this until the end, and now it seems to me like they both got a participation award.
yeah, well that can never happen again.
I think
That will never happen again.
she was maybe trying to appease the fans because, you know, the final 5 was 4 African American women against, or, you know, competing with 1 white female. And, you know, the last 3 winners were also white women. And it just, you know, with the odds, you know, you would think that someone African American would have won. And so I can see that we're like, oh, okay, like we kind of want to give it to Trinity, because I think with Trinity's track record and her consistency and polishedness, I feel that she was a little bit above, from my perspective, Monet as a winner. But I think that Monet would have been a deserving winner as well. But I think that Drew wanted to give it to Trinity, but didn't want the backlash. Also kind of want to give it to Monet, but then also didn't want Trinity fans to think that Trinity was robbed.
If
so
Monet
instead
had won, which Monet deserved to win, if Monet had won and Trinity's fans, like those people would have just went ape shit.
Exactly. And so I think that
ones were probably, and like in defense to everyone, is like that race is probably fucking tight. And they were like, what if we just had 2 winners? You know what I mean? Like,
I think it's a little bit of a cop-out. I think it would have been...
Hey, is anybody really upset that both of them won? I'm not.
Not upset, but I'm just underwhelmed.
Oh, well, I'd rather be underwhelmed than like have season 3 happen again.
I hated that. You're a Trixie fan, but I'm not a Trixie fan. And so I would have been, yeah, I would have preferred things to go differently in season 3 for sure. But I guess it was just like we let the air out of the balloon here. Like, you know, we wanted to see something exciting happen. Either way, something would have been like, whoa, like whomever she chose, and she didn't choose anyone. I feel like it was just a little bit of a cop out, unfortunately. That's my.
You know what? It was filmed after season 11 and it was shown before season 11. So here we go. Just get it out of the way, over with, done. Manila should have won. Cool. All right.
Well, at least though with our draft there, I guess we stopped collecting our points, or did you do them?
I didn't do them.
That's okay. That's
I didn't do them, like,
we both won.
I think that like in the end, I still had 3 people in the final 4. You had 1, but Monet.
Final 4.
In the final 4, I had Naomi Smalls.
Oh, Naomi. Yeah. I was thinking I had Latrice, which was final 5. Yeah.
All right, so let's get past that.
Yeah.
And let's move on
we both won that season.
It was a tie.
Well, it could have been, actually, because like I did win quite a bit with both Monique and Manila.
Yeah, and you get extra points for Latrice coming back, so
we could have been probably pretty even with the points. Yeah. And then we both had somebody in the final 2, and they both won. I'm happy that they both got the full prize. If they had to split the prize money, that would have been a real pisser. But
well, obviously.
They didn't. But let's talk about what we really came here to talk about.
Yes.
The draft for the new season. And I'm excited about this cast. I've always loved new season because it's just like new blood, new energy. Most of the time it's queens that I've never seen before, heard of. I love knowing like the history of like their drag mother and like which, you know, legacy they're supporting and like who supports them or who their drag mothers too. I like that aspect to see like just like how everybody branches off and who knows who and who is rooting for whom. So
what I noticed from this season is all these queens in season 11 looks like they had to fight to get there.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like they've started from the bottom, now they're there. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I have watched a couple interviews. I have seen the first 16 minutes of their workroom entrances. I've seen the first impressions.
Really going to watch that. And then I really wanted to just not be fully influenced when I make my draft picks. And I wanted to be fully surprised after knowing who I've picked and seeing how they enter the workroom to see if like my instincts on what I've learned about them up until this point, if it was validated by how they enter the workroom. So that's why I chose them.
For sure. Yeah. Like I like to go off of like first impressions and like how people act in interviews. And I watched this one interview with Monet Exchange, and it was probably about a week ago. Monet interviewed them all. They all walked out, and I gotta tell you, this season is loud.
Yes.
It was so loud. Like, they were speaking on top of each other, screaming and yelling, and like the noises, it's really loud this season. So that's something to prepare for this season. But the interview I watched with Monet was fantastic. Like, they really they were talking to each other. They seemed like they were a really tight bunch. But what they haven't seen yet is the actual season, which is super exciting. What I like about it is that they all are sitting on a bus, traveling, doing all the promotions and blah, blah, blah. But they don't know what that bitch said about each other. Oh, fuck. Yes, that's what I'm really excited about. And, like, that's another aspect of, like, reality TV. Some reality shows are filmed way ahead of time, such as, like, Survivor, and, like, they get edited all together to be this thing. You have no idea what it's going to be edited to be like, what the storylines are going to be made. So I'm super excited.
So, I mean, like, with these queens, like, I have a few, like, favorites, obviously, but then at the, like, halfway point, I'm like, I don't know who I like better. So this will be interesting, this draft pick, I would say, for sure. So we'll do a snake draft. Now, since we were both winners, who shall go first?
I think that, well, I don't have an opinion on who goes first. Right now, let's just say that there's 15 queens.
Yes.
So someone will get one or more, or do we give one to the audience?
One to the audience.
One to the audience.
Or one to Michelle. Does Michelle watch Drag Race? We'll give Michelle.
Michelle totally watches Drag Race.
So
okay,
give one to Michelle.
So I mean, you can go first. If you go first, do I get the next two?
Yes.
Are we doing any where, like, I give you one and you give me one?
How about when? Wait, so you'd go. I'd go one. You'd go two. I go two. You go two, and then. How about then the next? Okay, I'll go one. Yeah. You go two. I go one. I give you one. You go one. You give me one, and then I'll go two. You go two. I go two. Like.
Okay. Cool.
Is that right? That works, right?
Sure.
I think so. Okay. So, I mean, this is going to come to no surprise, I don't think, to you. Actually, can I guess who you'd think that I would pick first? Or is that going to let the cat out of the bag? Like, give me too much information?
I think that I know who you would pick first.
Should we say it at the same time?
Okay. I'll just tell you. All right. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Nina West.
Who did you say?
Nina West.
No. No.
Did you say Yvey Oddly?
Obviously. Yvey Oddly. Because, okay, for me, I love queens that think outside of the box, that are interesting. I have no idea what they're going to come onto the stage next. I love seeing, like, their mind work, and you're just like, well, how do you come up with that? Like, I get inspired by queens that are unconventional and just, you know, shock value. Like, you know, that it's like the Sharon Needles, even the Alaska Thundercock. Like this, they think outside the box, and I love that about a queen. Her laugh is ridiculous. Like, have you heard her laugh?
Yes.
I can't even do it. So it's so guttural. I'm like, so good.
She's so funny. Like at first, okay, so like, spoiler alert, when she walks into the workroom, let's just say they all just go, what the fuck? They're just like, is the circus in town? She like comes in and they're weirded out. And always when the person that walks in weirds people out, it's probably because they're doing something right. Yeah.
It's genius. And I love watching Genius, and I feel like she's genius. So
that's a very good pick.
Number one pick. I'm excited to see what she does in every one of the challenges. I'm looking forward just to see what she does. And that's all I can really ask for in a queen. And that's why she is my numero uno pico.
All right, that's a good first choice. I highly agree. She was on my list. So, so I get 2 now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I'm going to take our lovely Canadian, Toronto, Ontario, Northern Temple Queen. Hi, Brooklyn Heights.
Avi. I knew you would pick her first. She definitely was on my list. I just wanted to grab Yvey first, just because I didn't want to lose her. But Brooklyn would have been my second pick if I had, So
we gotta support our girl, our Toronto girl. So like,
and she's a dancer, and I'm a dancer. So
dude, like I've seen videos of her on point. I've seen her perform at Halloween parties where I've been at. She's a great person, and what's awesome about her is she's very inspiring, especially to me and to anybody that's Canadian that wants to be on reality TV. Honestly, like this is another like a person that has done it, which is super exciting. So it's just one step closer for hopefully me being on Big Brother.
Woo!
Hi.
Also, what I really liked about her, I saw there was one little snippet that I saw. Akeria was hosting the queens doing like a runway walk, and she walks like a woman. There's no clunkiness. There's no she knows how to move those hips and feet in front of each other, and like I'm sold. I'm sold. She's gorge. So I saw her I saw a little bit of that, the Monet show, I forgot what it was called. And I loved her look there. Like her hair looked amazing. She looked gorgeous. Like one huge earring that she had. Like I thought she looked great. And she looked so fishy in my opinion.
Yeah. We don't know, like, I'm so excited to see, like, what her Snatch Game is going to be. Like, it's just going to be so cool. Like, so if anybody's interested, come on out to the drink on Church Street in Toronto here on Friday from 9 p.m. till 11 p.m. Nickel 9 Distillery is hosting a meet and greet with Brooklyn Heights. And it's going to be super exciting because she's going to be at Woody's the night before as well. So it's going to, like, Toronto's just going to be ignited with the fact that we are put on the map a little bit more and more, especially in U.S. like reality TV. That's awesome. That's fantastic.
Yay. What do you think about how I think it says that she comes from Nashville originally? Is that right?
That's from Toronto originally, but she won a contest called Miss Continental. Miss Continental is a huge, huge, prestigious pageant. And what she did was she got that, and through that, she was able to stay in the States. And then she moved down to Nashville, and that's where she like lives now. And she actually crowned Naysha Lopez from season 8.
Well, look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. And I also like that she's not super duper young. So that means I like that she has a little bit of experience under her belt. And yeah, she's a great pick. So
she had to work to get there, and that's something that is very inspiring. So we'll see what she does. Good for her. Okay, so we're going to take that one off. Okay, so the next one I'm going to pick.
I'm like,
they are just all over the place for me, but I'm going to just take, I'm going to take Nina West.
I thought you were going to take my next fave, so.
I wonder who it is, because it might be my next pick. Okay, so I took Nina West because Nina West, she's already coming on to Toronto in a couple weeks, and I've noticed that like she's been around, she's seasoned, she's funny, she's a comedy queen, she's a bigger girl. Her and Brooklyn are very, very good friends, and I'm gonna go with her just because she could win some challenge points or something.
I mean, it's an okay pick. I'm not too excited by her personally because she's kind of campy, and if she's really funny campy, then she might win me over. But right now, from what I've seen of her, it hasn't landed. Any of her like gags or whatever she said haven't landed.
She might go first, you never know. She might be one of those people that people don't get, or maybe like it's a it's not a newer drag, or it's an older classic drag, you know, like it could just not fly well with the judges.
Yeah. So I'm not sure how I feel that she's going to do. I'm interested to see her relationship with Brooklyn and see if they kind of can help work together to dominate the competition.
Yeah.
Or if it's going to work against them.
They do talk about it when they walk into the workroom. So
they do, or they don't?
They do.
Okay. Yeah. Well, what's her name? Brooklyn was saying that she was like, or you know, when she walked in. So
because I can picture that too.
Okay, so my next pick is Ariel Versace.
Ooh, okay, all right.
I saw in an interview where she's talking about the queens that inspired her, and before she even said it, like I knew that it was Adore Delani, and I love Adore. And I thought that, you know, I kind of was looking sometimes if I heard that a queen liked a queen that I like, that they're probably going to embody some of those qualities that I like. So when she said that, and I can't remember the other queen that she had mentioned that she likes, she also calls herself a life-size Bratz doll, which is like, that's fun. I feel like she's going to be fun with the playing up. I think she has like a youthfulness to her, and like, I just think that she's liked, and like I think that she'll do well.
It's a very good choice because I've seen her talk. She might she's really pretty. She's pretty as a boy and all of that. But what I noticed is that she was using a lot of pop culture references and like her just yelling things out. Like when they were reading, they were all looking at a picture of themselves in their first ever drag, and they were all like just reading each other. But I remember like Ariel being the one like yelling out, "Oh God, I look like I'm from the Goonies, and I look like I'm from like," it was all these pop culture references that like, I gotta say that that's a good pick because she might think just outside the box for a lot of people.
That's my thing. That's my thing. Okay, so I'm gonna send one to you, huh?
Oh God.
Okay. I'm sending to you Mercedes Iman.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Now I think that she's beautiful.
Oh, whatever.
But I just don't know if she has the spice, the dragnet. Like I just don't know if she has the chutzpah. She's kind of like how Farrah could have gone far, but she just doesn't. Like I feel as though Mercedes is just like wah wah.
Her name is Mercedes Iman Diamond. God.
I don't hate the name. Why do you hate the name?
How long does it take for a person on a microphone to say that name?
Like, well, it just goes by Mercedes.
Sit down.
Well, why do you not appreciate this pick?
Why do I don't appreciate this pick? That was the pick I was going to give to you. Come on. This chick walks in the room, she's like, it's all about bling, it's all about blah, 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 blah. No, you know what it's all about? It's all about you. It's not about bling. It's about you. We're in the bling. Like I said, do it like the bling. Bling doesn't help you. You are the bling that helps the bling. You're so stupid. Fine, I'll take her. I have nothing else to say about her.
Okay, so now, do you want to give me one right away, or do you want to say the one your next pick?
Yeah. So I'll give you one. You can have Kahana Montrese.
Okay, I'm okay with that. Do you know why I like that? Because Kahana said that her biggest competition was Yvey. So that means that she can recognize talent in the room. And so hopefully that means that she's going to push and strive to be equally as good or even better than Yvey. And obviously she's my top pick. So if she's trying to be as good or as creative or as awesome as she is, I'm okay with that. I think she's gorgeous. You know, she looks like the Tyra season 2 winner, kind of, you know what I mean? Like she just has like a really beautiful face. Like she looks like she's really tall. Oh, Mercedes really short too, just so you know. Nothing against short people, but it's, you know. Anyways, I'm okay with Kahana Montrese.
Cool. I gave it to you because she's a drag daughter.
Coco.
Yeah, I love Coco with all my heart. I saw Coco in Vegas, and I really hope that this is the same person who I also, because I know that Coco's drag daughter performs at the drag brunch, in Treasure Island in Vegas. So I'm wondering if this is the same drag daughter from the brunch, because when I was at the brunch, her wig came off. So like, I just hope that's her. Anyway, so what, do I get 2 now?
You get 1 of your own, and then we'll go back to me doing 2, or do you want to just go 1, 1, 1, 1, 1?
I'll do 1, and you take 2.
Okay.
And then I'll take 2, and yeah. Okay, so then I'll do 1, and I will take. Sorry, I need to take. I'm gonna take Plastique Tiara. Yeah.
Damn it!
Like we're gonna just take her so I can steal her. I want her. Who doesn't want this girl on her team? Like she is fuck. She is probably gonna be so funny. She's 21. She's part of the House of Edwards. Like I want Plastique Tiara on my team because, yeah, I need her. She's like a power card. She might go home first. Who knows? But like I'm just saying, she's gonna go far.
She was. I moved things around, but at one point she would have been my next pick. I would have, I think, caught her. Yeah, I would have caught her in my next 2. For sure. Great pick. Gorgeous. Obviously, fishy as fuck, as you said. Curious to see her comedy chops. Like she seems like she might be funny, but youth doesn't play on humor side that much usually because they don't have a lot of life experience. So she might not be that funny, you know, referencing what are her references going to be, how much homework has she done, what is she going to be able to draw from other than just being gorgeous. But I've seen a few of her looks and she does vary them up. It's not just like her looking pretty, like the same look with different colors. Like she does really experiment with her looks and they all look gorgeous. So I'm actually very jealous of that pick because I am supporting how well she does in this competition. You seem very proud of yourself there, buddy.
No, but you're right about the age. So she might pretty and dancing might be her strong suits. I don't know about her acting chops. And like maybe if they have to do a roast or like something like that.
Exactly.
Like,
I'm not sure.
Like, when you really think about it, these people have to hold up at a roast. Like the best of the best are the ones like Ginger Minj and like even Alexis Michelle and Derek Barry and Thorgy Thor. They're all like, they are comedy queens that have to stand up and like tell jokes. So she might not be one of those people that could like rise to the top. All right, so you take 2.
All right, I'm going to take Raja Ohara. I liked in that Monet show when she walks out and like the audience stops applauding just for no really real particular reason, and she like stops the audience. She's like, "Excuse me," basically, waiting for some applause. So I like that she has a little bit of attitude. She was dominating that kind of group conversation quite a bit. It was a lot about like me, me, me. It's all about me. Put the camera on me, like me, me, me. So I don't necessarily like that as if she was to be my friend group, but I think for the competition, like she's going to be fighting to be there. And that means she's going to work hard and do what she needs to do to get as far as she can. So I think she has a lot of fire. I think that even in some of her looks, they're quite creative. And I'm like, I like that like grayish, purpley grayish hair that she had on in that group interview. And I'm interested to see how she does.
She's got wicked eyes.
Exactly.
That's something that's like a big key thing is like if your eye like you have strong features, like her eyes are amazing. And she did talk a lot during that Monet. She's on my list. I have half the list with dots beside them and half that don't. So
yeah, I kind of put them in order of what I think that I wanted them in, but it's still kind of like
I'm just like whatever stands out. Like when I think back at that person, that's the person.
Well, now I'm kind of getting to the point where I'm starting to forget people.
And those are the people that win.
Probably, right? And they're going to be on your team.
I'm not gonna lie. Some winners, like going back, no offense to these people at all, but like Sasha Velour, didn't see her coming. Loved her, awesome. Jinx, wicked. Like, but Jinx, like out of nowhere, came in at the end. So like, you have no idea who these people are gonna be.
Exactly. So I'm like just looking at these queens online right now because I don't remember who they are.
Oh, come on.
Oh, stop. Okay, I think I'm just going to go with my gut here. And I'm going to go with Miss Monet Exchange's drag mother, Miss Honey Davenport.
Is that her drag mother?
That's what it said. And that's what she said in the show. That drag daughter, it was her drag daughter.
She's a good one.
So yeah, Honey Davenport, I can't remember what she looks like right now. Let me see if I can find her 1 second. Where are you? Remind me about her.
I really don't
know. Anyways, I put her here in the list for one particular reason or another. She's from New York. I like New York queens because they usually have fire. They're usually creative. They have a lot of competition in their own city, so they come to win. They're unapologetically New York. And so I support her, and I unless I'm wrong, but
okay, Honey Davenport, huge queen in New York City. Honey Davenport walks into the workroom, people are like, Honey Davenport's here? Oh shit.
Okay, nice.
She's like, I just came off a movie, I just came off of this. So yeah, no, Honey Davenport's a good pick.
That's why I picked her.
No, that's what I picked.
Where is she on this list? Frack.
Okay.
I get one more, no?
No, you don't get any more.
What do you mean? Oh, I did Raja and Honey. Yeah, Raja and Honey. So you do two, and then want me to give you one, or what do you want to do?
How about we just take two right now?
Yeah, take two, and then we'll decide.
Okay. I still have some dots besides some people's names here. Oh God. I get two, so okay. Then I'm gonna take Scarlet Envy.
Okay. I think she's really gorgeous.
She was a boy.
I haven't seen her as a boy.
Oh, wait for it. Spoiler alert. Yeah.
She's cute? You like her?
As a boy, like long brown hair to here, like doesn't like look much different from in drag.
Okay. Do you remember from Big Brother on Janelle's coaches team? Will. That's who I'm picturing when you tell me that's what he looks like right now.
Pretty much. Pretty much. Yeah, like I have to say he was cute as a boy, but first impressions, he talks shit like right away. So I'm like, could be interesting, but he's got a good drag. He's very thin. She's very thin.
Also from New York, so definitely gonna have the balls that
from the South with New York chops. It's one of those. It's like they used to live in the South, and then now live in New York. So
yeah, she said that she's honest and shady, and she's Southern with a New York twist.
Sounds like Brooke Shields.
Ah, she does.
Yeah, it's got like a young Brooke Shields, Blue Lagoon kind of thing going on.
And I also like, it seems that she kind of taps into old Hollywood glam, and I like that look as well, and it suits her.
Pin up stuff. She can do all that kind.
She dances too, huh?
She looks like a tough-ass Blair St. Clair.
Yep.
Yep.
Good call. I
Alright,
like that pick. Yeah,
I
like that pick.
get a pick?
You get one more.
Okay, my pick is I'm gonna take her just because she's probably gonna go further than these people. Okay, then I'm gonna take the other Davenport.
Akeria?
Yeah.
Fuck you! She's my next pick.
Akeria, Chanel, Davenport. She just in the first 15 minutes shown, she knows who Brooklyn Heights is. She's like, I won Miss Black Continental or Miss Black Universe, and she like looks at Brooklyn and goes, "What Continental did you win?" She goes, 2014. She goes, "Get her out! Get her out of here! Get Brooklyn Heights out of here!" That's what she's like right at the very beginning. So I'm like, this girl's come to play, and she looks like she can hold her own. She works in very proud. So that's why I'm gonna pick her.
Great pick. I agree with what you said up to this point about her. She's a pageant queen, I guess. So, they know how to put together a look. They know how to have an act. They know how to show up on stage. And I like when people they feel comfortable in front of an audience. They feel comfortable shining as themselves. And so I feel like being a pageant queen like that, it's going to serve her really well.
Yes.
So should I give you one and take one?
Well, right now I have 6 and you need to take one.
Just take one?
Just take one.
I was going to say, guys, take one and give one.
Take one and give one, and I'll give one.
Okay. I'm going to give one first.
Well, there's only 3 left.
Really? So I take one. I give one. 5, 6, I take 1, and you 7, just take 12, one. That's not fair.
14. Okay. Oh,
there's 4 left. Wait, 1.
There's 4 left. I'm sorry.
2. There's 4. Okay, so yeah, I give 1, take 1. We both give and take 1, and there's 1 left over. Correct?
Yeah, and I think I know who the audience is getting.
Or you? I'm giving you Silky, Nutmeg, Ganache.
Oh,
he's gonna go far because she's gorgeous. They love, support.
Wait, are you giving me that one?
Yeah.
Okay, who'd you take?
I said I'm gonna give first. That's all you, baby. All you. Yeah, I think she might go pretty far just because she has a big personality. She kind of, I don't know if it's real, but she seems to embrace her big body, I might get tired.
She comes in more positive than Stacey Lane Matthew did. We're talking, this is a big girl. And she's but she comes in with a catchphrase already at the beginning, so it's good.
So yeah, I mean, I might get tired of the fat jokes, but I think that her face is gorgeous. So at least, and seemingly her looks have been pretty good as well. So it's better than just seeing Latrice in a bodysuit. You know what I mean? She seems like even though she's bigger than it seems like she's bigger than Latrice. She seems to work with costumes and looks better than some of the other bigger girls have. So, okay, so she's all yours, baby. Let me put your name beside there.
Let me just jot your name down beside that pick I gave you.
And I think I'm going to take Miss Vanjie.
Interesting.
Vanjie. Now, the reason why I'm taking her, I know she's out first, so she knows she has something to prove. In the little show with Monet, she definitely was dominating a lot of the conversation. She was making it about her. It seemed like people were looking to her as like, what happens next? Like, she seemed like she was the season queen, even though she was only on one episode. And I think that that bodes really well for her success, because like she's going to kind of set the tone a little bit. I think there will be other queens that will spark her or outshine her, but we didn't really get a chance to see what she could do. And now she's had all this experience and all this support from the community, and all, so I feel like she has a lot to live up to, and I think she's up for the challenge. Like, she's like out there, she wants to be funny, she looks beautiful all the time, she's gotten, her looks are even better than they were before, you know what I mean? So I think that with, you know, the last year or 2 years, however long it's been since her eviction or her vote out, whatever you call it, elimination, I think that she's learned a lot, and she came back to play. More so, I think she was out of her element the first time around, but now with all of her success and like how like Rue's on her side, Michelle is on her side, just for her saying Miss Vanjie and have that becoming a pop culture phenomenon, like she's gonna stay for a little bit. Come on, even Bunny said like she made a reference to that joke like when she was the roast. So
hopefully she's not a one-trick pony. Like, hopefully.
And that's what I'm saying.
Her voice, though, I gotta tell you, that voice coming out of that woman is just ridiculous. They were just like, she sounds like Bruce the Shark in fucking Finding Nemo. Like, it's fucking ridiculous. Her voice is rah, 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 rah. Like, just ridiculous. But like, God bless her. She's a character. So we'll see what happens. I'm glad I gave her that you took her. You took her. I didn't give it to you. Yeah.
And I don't mind getting either of these two. So your pick, and then your send, and then see who you get to decide.
So I have all my people.
You get to take one more. You get to give one, and you're leaving one for the audience. Right?
No. I'm giving you one, and this is the last one for the audience. I have my whole team.
Okay. So who are you giving me?
I'm giving you for my. So I get to pick for the audience, and I get to pick for you. So I'm going to give the audience, just because we could use some extra followers, I'm going to give you Shuga Cane. Okay. I'm going to give Soju to the audience.
Okay. Well, and you know what? Isn't that fitting? Because the audience, she's a YouTube sensation, Soju. Exactly. So it's quite fitting. Shuga would have been, I would have picked Shuga before I picked Soju, so that's good. She seems a little kind of polished, and not in a good way. Shuga
has been doing drag for a year and a half.
She seems really polished, and so that's like that, in my opinion, might bode against her, just that she might not, she kind of has a veneer. And like, what makes these people winners, I find, is when you can see their heart, when you could see everything, like they give everything, and she just might be too, she might have not have had enough experience then as a queen to let down the mask, so to speak, and allow her true self to come through. So that's why I'd be hesitant about her. I think she looks quite great, but I'm not sure if she'll have like the connection with the audience necessarily, or like the judges, you know. But yeah. I was gonna take her over Soju, because with Soju, in the Monet show, how she was sitting was just so manly, it was fine, but it was just like, I just don't think it was part of her shtick though. And so I just don't know
really uncomfortable
to walk well or dance well. She has creative looks, so cool, but I just don't know if the other elements.
Funny on the mic.
Pardon?
She could be funny on the mic. Like, she has her own internet show, so she's comfortable on camera. So that's a good fun one for like the audience to have. Is like,
well, slash Michelle.
She's not gonna get kicked off first.
Doubtful.
That Soju's gonna get kicked off first.
Her looks are quite impressive. They're you're very unique. So I like.
You can go first.
First, huh?
Do you think like a drag child's gonna go first, or do you think that like Ariel Versace is gonna go first?
No, I think Mercedes might go first.
I hope so.
Sorry, babe. I just don't know if she's got it, you know?
I'd rather lose one than keep her around. Than bank on her.
Yeah, she's your only pick.
I'm so sorry if you're watching this.
Oh, I mean, I'm sure you're a lovely person. I have no reference to how you are as a drag queen. This is just from like one interview.
This is first impressions. This is like, who are we to say anything? Crazy.
You could be great. Who knows? Yeah, our opinion doesn't mean anything except to us.
That being said, are we doing any so let's finish this up. Why don't we do are we doing a point system?
We can do the point system again, our regular one.
I'm gonna do a point system because this one will actually this will be fun because we don't know who these people are. We don't know how they're gonna be. So just what we know from seasons, 11 seasons and 4 All-Stars now, what should we actually do points on?
Right.
Mini challenge.
Yes.
Mini challenge.
Main challenge, obviously.
If they win the main challenge.
Yeah, I mean,
not top 3. Not top 3.
Okay, yeah, just they win.
Win main challenge. And obviously winner. Miss Congeniality. Or fan favorite. Kicked off first. Is that lose points?
Lose points, yeah.
Okay.
Return into the game.
First kickoff. And if anybody returns into the competition, not Miss Vanjie, but returns as in you got kicked off, we're gonna give them a second chance.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's it for points. I think that's super easy. Mini challenge, if they win the mini challenge.
And Snatch Game is a main challenge on its own, basically. Okay. Snatch Game is a main challenge on its own.
Okay, here's the deal. If they win Snatch Game, if your person wins Snatch Game, they get 25 points.
Okay.
Because we know that's iconic and you know that that's going to be played. You know that's going to happen.
Yep. Okay, they have 20, you said? 20 points? Okay. And what are the other points?
20 points for Snatch Game, 10 points for a mini challenge, 15 points if they win the main challenge, winner, 50 points, Miss Congeniality, 25 points, first kickoff, minus 15 points, and if they come back, that's a bonus 20
They get their 15 points back. No? Oh, okay, 20? 20
yeah, they get their 15 points back.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Just in case.
Let's see if there's anything else I'm thinking of. If they survive, if they survive the lip sync? Okay, too much to count. Okay. Sounds good, baby. I'm excited.
We're gonna be we're gonna do some, maybe not weekly, but
Let's do weekly.
Do you want to do weekly?
Let's try.
Let's try. Let's do. So thank you for tuning in to our draft pick. This is gonna be very exciting. We got some good teams going on. You have Soju, and please follow us on Instagram at Realness with 3 S's. Or you can follow me at Michael Pez.
Or me at Fran.
So thank you very much for tuning in, and congratulations to Brooklyn Heights on being the first Canadian queen to be on RuPaul's Drag Race. And as 2 Canadian reality TV junkies, we applaud you. So awesome. Thank you so much. And tune in and subscribe below.
Boom. Bye, guys. Shit, I didn't mean to end the meeting. I'm going to end the meeting by accident. Actually, hold on. No. This